That's a choice we made. It's changing our lives. Another day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the one to make a better day. So let's not leave. There's a choice we make. It's changing our lives. It's truly gonna make a better day. As it will be. We are the world. We are the children. We are the world to make a better day. Let's not give up. There is a choice we make. It's changing our lives. We're gonna make a better day. Just you and me. One love, one heart. Let's get back together. Feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get and let's get together. Testing microphone, testing, 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 testing. Testing the microphone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the African Leaders Hall of Fame. Let's put our hands together for ourselves and for the new Africa. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. Show your excitement this evening. Show your excitement. All right. So before we proceed this evening, I would want a few people to share with us what you have. What is so fascinating about Zambia? What has been your best moments in Zambia? There's my extra mic. You should have experiences, especially those who are coming from other countries. Any experience? Funny experience? Good experience? Bad experience? I'm sure you didn't have any bad experience. What do you like about Zambia? The Zambian is saying everything, so we will not take the testimony from the Zambian. We want the testimony from the foreigners, the outsiders, those from abroad. No, we are now from abroad. You understand? All right, 2 hands. Do I have an extra mic, please? Tell us what is fascinating, what is captivating about Zambia. What will make you come back to Zambia?
I think the people are great. They are very friendly. And when they promise, they deliver. Because yesterday at the restaurant that we stayed, at the hotel that we stayed, I told the lady that I needed a vehicle to go somewhere. And said, okay, I'm going to check on it. And just give me about 30 minutes. I'll give you a feedback. In 5 minutes, she came to give me the feedback. She said the driver would be coming at 6 o'clock or before 6. And before 6, the driver called and he was at the reception. And I mean, everything was very orderly. We agreed on the cost. We got missing several times on the way before he returned, but he did not change the price we agreed. If it was somewhere else, they would say because we got missing and we went around, you pay now double how much we agreed. But I think so far those I've encountered are very honest and reliable people.
Let's put our hands together for the Zambians. Zambians, clap for yourself now. So he said they are very sincere people. He said if it were somewhere, he didn't mention the place. But he he's from Ghana, so I'm not the one that said it. So if it's some places, they will increase their fare. So, that kind of thing. Okay, sir?
Okay, for me, my experience, 48 hours in Zambia has been good. Number one, in any country, the first encounter you would have would be, say, a driver, a pilot, or somebody like that. And my experience with the driver has been out. He's been very, very good. He's talking, he's showing you what to do, he's telling you what you must know, and things like that. Today, I specifically asked for a favor that he takes me to see a Catholic priest. And he took me to see the Catholic priest today. That was good. Then at the hotel, it's a new hotel. It's a Marriott hotel, so it's standard. But I realized that everybody wants to be very courteous and nice to you and please you. Maybe they want more of our money, so we'll try and come back. Thank you.
Okay, a round of applause for the Zambians again. They have it. It's about transportation. It's about loyalty. It's about sincerity. It's about, I don't know, any other? That's all? We don't like anything in Zambia? How about the food? Dear First Lady, do you have anything to say about Zambia? First Lady? Something to say about, it will add some credit,
I would say they are warm, hospitable. They are very, very hospitable. That I can say. I've not gone out from here, so I've not entered the town. But the ones I've met in here, they are very, very warm and hospitable.
We're just sitting like that. Like the Zambians are not even happy about these testimonies. Come on, put your hands together for yourself. It's a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing to hear Africans being spoken about like this. Loyalty, they are very, very friendly, sweet set of people. I came in here, everybody's greeting me, some are greeting with a peck, side peck and all of that. Very wonderful people, wonderful sets of people. So let's put our hands together again for Zambia. Once again, welcome to the African Leaders Hall of Fame. And tonight we are going to be having a very exciting time. We don't intend to spend too much time here, but then we'll have a very, very exciting time. There is a challenge, everywhere now. When we come to meetings like this, don't worry. Your phones can, rest a bit. Let's try to be with each other. I think we spoke about some of those things. The phone can make you not even connect with somebody here today. So let's leave those people who are still in our countries and in our homes, and let's just focus on the people who are here. Just, let's enjoy ourselves, connect, sincere connections, and then it will be good. All right. Thank you very much for complying to that. Okay, so as we move ahead, I'm going to be calling Dr. Gifts to do the opening remarks. Put your hands together for Dr. Gifts as she comes forward.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? It's been an exciting moment for these past days, yesterday and today. I know everyone here is not going back the way they came. And someone asked, how has been Zambia? And I will tell you, from my entrance from that airport, it felt home. Really felt home. There's this feel when you come to Africa and you feel like you are happy to be an African. That's how we felt when we came into Zambia. The people are warm, nice, and from where we are coming from, West Africa, where our voices are loud, Here, everybody just talks so quietly. Yeah, so nicely. Even when they're not happy, their voice is not up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's where you were taught or groomed. Because for even the nicest person in West Africa, our voice, we're raising it high. So, and maybe you think we are quarreling. No, that's just the way we express ourselves. That's the dynamics of Africa. Put your hands together for everyone here. Put your hands together for yourself. Thank you very much. So we are here today to have fun, celebrate people that have actually impacted to Africa. We have reminded ourselves during these 2 days that we should stop telling or complaining about things that are not happening in Africa. And we should start embracing things we want to do and things we have started doing for Africa. Today, we're going to be celebrating different people. We have 3 awards going on today. One of them is going to be the African Leaders Hall of Fame induction. It's an induction that is born from, identifying Africans that have labored, sacrificed, given so much to their motherland. That's a Bible scripture that really impresses me a lot. It says, "See ye that you are gathered with great multitude of witnesses." You know what that means? You might be doing that little thing, just behind your compound, behind your house, and you think nobody's watching. But for the fact that you're doing the right thing, someone somewhere is watching. And then you'll be amazed at the way they describe the light that reflects from you. And that's what we're doing today. A lot of us are working tirelessly, being honest. People may talk down on you as if you are being like a fool, because you sacrifice so much. They ask, why are you sacrificing this much? And for you, it's a passion. For you, it's like a calling. For you, you feel like, if I don't do this, I won't even leave. Even when you don't have anything to gain. Some of us know what I'm talking about. You finish doing stuff, you are doing it to impact. And the people you are even working or trying to impact on are not even appreciating it. But then you do it. So, for your information, God sees, human sees. And today, we may not appreciate everyone, but few people that were able to be nominated, we're going to be decorating them with the African Leaders Hall of Fame Award. Aside that, one of us here has been very, very passionate about the Niger Delta part of Nigeria. And she's also going to be decorating very few people on the iconic award for the Niger Delta. That will be happening today. And also, one of us here, and she's going to also be appreciating some women in her foundation, the Justina Mutali Foundation. So these are the 3 things that we're going to be doing today. Aside this thing, of course, it's not going to be boring. We're also going to have some music. We're going to have some cultural feel. We're going to celebrate. And then I bet you, before we leave here today, you'll be asking us where our next train will get to. Put your hands together for yourself as we start today's program. Thank you.
No one is going to ask you to pay for clapping. No one is going to ask you to pay for clapping. So let's put our hands together for her. Thank you very much, Dr. Gift. So a friend of mine said to me he went to see a doctor. So let me say doctor, like the Ghanaians, doctor. And the Zambians say doctor. So he went to see a doctor and said he had his arm was broken in so many places. And the doctor said to him, don't go to those places again. Do you understand that, right? Yeah. Okay, so tonight, just like she has said, we are going to have a very nice and wonderful time. And then for us to have the procession of the Hall of Fame, I'm going to be calling on someone special who is going to be taking this session today. No other person than Dr. Genevieve Duncan. Put your hands together for Dr. Genevieve as she comes forward.
Thank you very much, Jude. No. Once again, good evening. It's been a beautiful 2 days, and I'm sure we are all taking back something. So just like Gift said, we are here to celebrate. We are here to say thank you to all the great African leaders. And I'm privileged to be the one to call upon these wonderful women and men across the African continent who has not just inspired some of us, but have contributed so much to the global space. So we are supposed to have what we call a red carpet. Usually we do the red carpet outside, but this time we decided to do the red carpet inside. So you can see my red carpet ready. Once I call your name, you join me briefly on stage, and then we'll have a little chat. Okay, so just to set the ball rolling, I think I will start with those of us who are here. And because we are being streamed live, for those of us who are not here, I'll still mention their names so that we can recognize them. Thank you very much, and let's enjoy the evening. I would start by calling somebody on my table. So I'll call Mr. Julius. Julius, I told you your surname I might not be able to mention, so forgive me. But if you could kindly join me on stage, let's have a little bit of chat. So Mr. Julius is the Group Chief Executive Officer of Bridging Gap Solutions. So I just want you to tell us something little about your company. What do you do?
Thank you for the honor. At Bridging Gap Solutions, we are a tech company that develops software. So we are an ICT company that is involved in the business of developing solutions, and some of the solutions we develop are software related.
Okay.
We are also an accounting firm because we are chartered accountants. So I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Thank you.
Excellent. So thank you very much. You're being recognized because we are in a digital space, and there is so much happening with technology. So I'm sure your impact has been enormous, and we want to say that we appreciate you. Keep up doing the great things you're doing, not just for Zambia, but across Africa. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank
and
you.
I'm sure the photograph is there, so you can drop the microphone.
Thank you so much. Maybe just to mention a bit of some of the stuff that we're doing, not just in Zambia, but across the region. Right now, we're in the process of developing the entire country's electronic procurement system. We are also in the process of developing the country's national housing information system. We are in the process of developing a payment solution for ECOWAS, that's across borders. We are right now in Malawi developing an ERP, Enterprise Resource Management System, for one of the top parastatals. So yes, we're not just in Zambia, but we are in the region, and we think that from what we have learned from this summit, I think time for change has come, where Africa must begin to take ownership of its own region and its own people. We can no longer continue to depend from, for solutions from outside Africa. I think that we should go local, starting from our countries, across borders, and eventually inculcating the spirit of local solutions, even in our children. Because I overheard one of us saying, some of us are too old, we can't change now. Well, if we can't change now, let us now begin to inculcate change in our children. But then, sorry, I need to take a bit of some time because I think change has come.
Change has indeed come. Change has come.
Change has come. As I was seated there, I think from yesterday, I was looking around for government officials, because we always think that if in our midst there are no policymakers, therefore our conversations are not going to make sense because they'll end here. And I told myself, we could not be policymakers today, and the content we are receiving today may be useful in our offices tomorrow.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and keep up the great work you are doing across Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. You now put the mic down.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause. Okay, so I have with me, again, I would want to invite to the stage Rear Admiral Sunday Daniel Atakpa, if I'm right. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Thank you. Welcome, sir. So just briefly, I want to appreciate you for what you're doing in your space and to say thank you very much. I wish I could read the whole profile, but due to time, I just want to briefly say that I can see that you're doing great in your space. But just tell us one thing you are doing that is going to impact the next generation of leaders in Africa. Just one thing, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that will, as it relates to my professional field, has to do with both hydrography and the blue economy. I pioneered the research, blue economy research in Nigeria. That was in 2017 through my seminal research paper titled Blue Economy and National Development in Nigeria. And shortly after that, because I started publishing online, a student from the World Maritime University, Malmö, in Sweden, contacted me and requested that I be his mentor since he wanted to go into that field. And I did that. And the next time he was writing forces, after that research, we introduced a package on the blue economy at the Defense College. And that has been on ever since. And I've been supervising and assisting the students. So in a way...
Thank you so much. So you see what we mean Hall of Fame. It means so much is happening in their space. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm happy to have you here.
Thanks.
I now want to invite Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Martha Udum Emmanuel. For Her Excellency, she's been with us for the past 2 days, and I think we know she's just the past former First Lady of Akwa Ibom. Am I right? Yeah. Akwa Ibom State. And she's doing so much in her space. I think those of us who were here yesterday and today, we heard her speak. So just one word to inspire all of us. What should we go and do back?
Thank you. What should we go and do back? Go back and impact in your community.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Her Excellency. Kindly join them for me. I would now love to invite Dr. Charles Akon, who spoke to us this morning. Charles is in the health industry, and I think this morning he said so much, so I'm not going to allow him to speak because he said so much. He showed us the opportunities are enormous, but he spoke more about the challenges. And then he also said there is so much work to be done. Systems need to be put in place. And he cited so many examples. So when we say he's a Hall of Fame for Africa, I'm sure you all agree with me. Charles, please join us. Thank you so, so much, Dr. Charles. I would like to now speak about someone who is not in our midst, but has done so well. Is a global shaker. They say movers and shakers. She's a shaker. This is Her Excellency, Dr. Amina Garib Fakim. I always say my own mentor, and I'm proud because this is one woman who has inspired so many women like myself. She told us that it is possible. She made sure that she just did not impact, but she became an authority. She was the first ever female president of Mauritius. And even after that, if you read about her and what she's doing, it's lovely, it's marvelous. So tonight we are celebrating her, although she's not in our midst, wherever she is. Her Excellency, keep up with the good work you're doing. We appreciate you. Africa loves you. The world loves you. Now I would like to call upon Her Excellency, Dr. Justina Muntali, who is actually the founder of the Justina Muntali Foundation. And I'm proud to say that she has a program she handles every year. Last year, I was privileged to be decorated with iconic female women leadership, which some of you are going to be decorated with today. So she's also doing so great in the space of women and girls. And this year, I was privileged to be at her summit at the House of Commons in London. So from there, we all came here. So Her Excellency, you also spoke today, so I'm not going to allow you to speak much. I'm sure they can read so much about the foundation, and when you have the time, the second part, when you decorate them, you can say so much to us. Thank you so much. I'll now love to call upon Charity. Charity and I had a session yesterday, and we've been speaking. We had another session today, and I think Charity has done so much work in the financial space. She's into fintech, and she's now a full-time consultant. So if you have any cause to worry about anything in the fintech space, the financial space, if you are in Zambia, please contact Charity. Charity, you've also spoken at length yesterday and today, so I'm not going to allow you to speak. Thank you so much. And so I will call the next, I want to do the next, we are about 6 here, so I'll do the next 4, and then we can decorate them, and then I'll do the next 4. Okay, so now I'll call upon Lady Maureen. Lorena. Lady Lorena is doing excellent in the girl child space. Cupis, right? And we had a chat, so I realized that it doesn't matter where you find yourself, whether in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Zambia, in Ethiopia, whatever you desire to do, there is somebody somewhere doing a similar thing. So all you need to do is to collaborate. So more, lady, thank you so much for the great work you're doing with girls, making them feel that it is possible. They have all it takes to rule the world, but they should remember that diversity. So we need the men to support us as cheerleaders so that we can get to wherever we want to get. Thank you. And then now I will call on our host, Susan, who has hosted us so well. And we just want to say, Susan, we appreciate you. We know what you are doing in Zambia and across the globe. I have had the opportunity to do quite a lot with you, so I know who you are, and I know the impact Africa is going to even enjoy from you. Thank you very much, Susan. Susan doesn't want to talk, I can tell. So I think the stage is already full, so I wouldn't want to add another one. Let's do the decoration for these ones, and then we can continue. So on behalf of the New Africa, I just want to say thank you for the great job you're doing. We appreciate you all, and we pray that the future will look brighter because of some of you. Thank you very much.
So the procedure is this. We call 10 people, and then you go back to your seat. Then afterwards, we call again for the award proper. This is presenting you to the world and, telling them who you are, because that is what the Hall of Fame is all about. So put your hands together for these wonderful people again as they come down the stage. Okay, we can have good pictures before they come down.
Barrister Aina, please, if you can join them to have a good picture quickly. Can you be in the midst of these women? There are too many women here. If you can come here for me. One of you, if you can come. Yeah. So that Barrister Aina, you can go there. Thank you very much. So these are our first set of African Hall of Fames we are celebrating tonight. And I just want to say we appreciate you all. We are grateful for the great work you are doing for Africa. Keep it up. A round of applause for all our Hall of Famers. Thank you so much as you take your seats. So before I move on to those of us who are present here, I'd love to appreciate another great woman who is not in our midst. So in absentia, I'm actually recognizing Her Excellency Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, the just passed Vice President of Liberia. And I think you all agree with me. You know what Liberia went through. So for such Ecosse. She is actually the former First Lady of one of Liberia's great presidents. And then she still stood in and became the Vice President. So when we say we are celebrating African Hall of Fames, I think she deserves it. A round of applause for her. Her Excellency, we appreciate you wherever you are. I know you are watching us. Congratulations and keep up the great work you're doing for Africa. And then I also have His Excellency Dr. Dauda Lawal Dare, the Executive Governor of Zamfara, if I'm correct. So, His Excellency, we appreciate you for the great work you are doing in Nigeria and across Africa. Keep up the great work. I also want to say thank you to Her Excellency Mrs. Khadija Idrisu, High Commissioner of Ghana to Zambia. It's because of you that today we are in your country, because you made it possible for us. God bless you and keep up inspiring young leaders across the globe. Now I would like to invite a gentleman in our midst, Michael. Michael, if you're here, kindly join me. Michael Ikundayo, if I'm right. Michael, forgive me if I didn't pronounce your name well. Please forgive me. But please join me here. Michael, you know what I'm going to make you do, right? Michael is a great talent in Africa. Michael lives in the UK, but a Nigerian, right? A born Nigerian, but a resident of the United Kingdom. And I just got to know that aside all the great things you're doing, you also sing. So I just want to say that, how are you going to use music to impact the African continent? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think music is what connects the heart. So everywhere you go, music brings people together. So apart from the gospel space, even in the secular world, music, anywhere you play music, even if there's war, it will bring calm. So music is a very important tool that can influence any society. So in Africa, like you can see, the Americans are coming to Africa to do their music now. They have collaborations with Africans. And now, before we go to them, now they're coming to us. So if we can empower people more in music, it would really affect the nations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Please stand here for me. If we can empower people more, it will take music to the world, and African music specifically to the world. Thank you very much. I would like to call upon Mr. Endurance to join me on stage. Endurance is a businessman, an entrepreneur in logistics management. And I think this afternoon we heard you on the panel, and we appreciate all the great work you're doing. You are also based in London, and I think you are not just impacting the space, but you are making sure that Africa enjoys all that you're doing. And I know that there is a lot of collaboration that you're doing, and I want to say keep it up and ensure that Africa gets the best out of you. Thank you very much. Do you want to say?
Well,
I could tell from your face that you want to say.
Since I have two of the mic now, I guess I'll sing with one. Right, so thank you so much, New African Magazine, for putting this together. And like I've told Dr. Gift and Dr. Sampson in our conversations, that the impact here is much beyond what you can see. It's a seed. And when a seed is planted, it doesn't grow immediately. If it grows immediately, it probably doesn't have much value. It goes deep down into the roots, then it begins to sprout up. So there's much depth that has gone into what you've done, and I'm really grateful that you've put this together.
Thank you so much for keeping it brief for us. Thank you. Brief and punchy, I would say. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to call upon Mrs. Chinwe MC Adelikan. Mrs. Chinwe is a dedicated and prominent figure in the educational and library services sector in Nigeria. And tonight, I'm happy that we are celebrating a great woman like you. We had a little bit of chat during lunchtime, and you're a powerhouse. Mom, keep up the great work you're doing, and Africa loves and appreciates you. Thank you. Kindly join them for me. I'd now love to call upon Roxanne Afestro. Roxanne is actually a banker by profession and also a consultant who is very passionate in ensuring that young leaders are being groomed from now so that they'll be prepared for the next generation. And then the generation to me is now. Whatever we are saying future, it is actually now. So you are doing great in your space, and one thing I love about what you do is the passion, especially for pensioners. So Roxanne is very attached to pensioners because I think he realizes that most times when people go on pension, their lives are not really what we expect after all the hard work. So thank you for doing the great things you're doing in Ghana and across Ghana. Thank you so much. Please join. You also spoke a lot yesterday, so I'm not going to invite you to speak. Now I would love to call upon Reverend. Reverend, you prayed for us yesterday, if I'm right. Yes. And you also contributed so much during the sessions I actually handled. So I know that apart from the pastoral work, there is so much in you. So for you, I'll give you 1 second to say something. So Reverend, kindly join us on stage. Forgive me for being very selective with who speaks. Thank you very much. Reverend.
Yes.
Bishop. Bishop. Or Reverend is fine. Bishop. Bishop, forgive me. Bishop. I just want you to say anything you want to say to us. But I first of all want to say thank you for the great work you're doing for Africa.
Thank you so much. I think I'd like to thank the visionary of this event. It's incredible work, and I think sometimes the sacrifice may feel to be too much, but it's worth it. And so all I have to say is thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate, we celebrate you, and we pray that you continue to do such great work. You are making a difference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop Bruce. I really appreciate. I'm not sure if I have Gary C. Nkombo, Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, in here. Okay, if it's not here, Honorable, wherever you are, we want to say thank you for allowing us to be in your land. And thank you so much for the great work you're doing. We know Africa and Zambia loves you. Keep up the great work, Honorable. Now I'd love to call upon the person is actually taking Barrister Eno. I'd love to call upon you and to say that Barrister Eno is actually the convener of this great program we are all enjoying this evening. But one thing I must say is that Barrister Eno is a very resilient African woman. And to ensure that this program happens, the sacrifices, the commitment, all the great things you have done, we just want to say that we appreciate you. But I would still want you to say in a second, what message do you have for all of us, African leaders? Thank you. In a second. Thank you.
A second.
Okay, in a minute. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I'm so honored. Just looking at all of you just makes me so emotional. You know, it's been a long journey for us, and you know. Thank you so much. What I want to say to all of us in this room is continuity and value. We talk about resilience all the time, and we know that without resilience, we cannot do it. But let's have continuity in all of our actions. Flash in the pan will not do it anymore. Whatever it is we're doing, individually and collectively, let's continue doing those things. And as Dr. Andy Enjoran said, it's a seed. We've planted that seed. And we all know that Iroko trees don't grow in 2 years. But when they do grow, they take roots and they bear fruits. So I want us to bear that in mind, that we're here not just, having an activity or having some kind of function. We're here because we're building. And anything that must have value must take roots to bear fruits. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is powerful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I have Dr. Samuel Brown here? Dr. Samuel Brown. Okay. It's online. Okay. So Dr. Samuel Brown, since you are watching us, I just want to say thank you so much for all you're doing. He's actually a serial entrepreneur, venture capitalist, CEO at Browncom Group. So whatever you're doing, Doc, keep up the great work. I have spotted something here, venture capitalist. It's all about money for us because we are in the financial sector. So Doc, we'll be joining you soon. We'll be asking you how you can help the African continent, business, women, and men. Especially, I advocate more for women in business. So for women in business, how you can join some of them to ensure that their businesses scale up and grow. Thank you very much, Doc. Do we have Dr. Jonathan Akpan here? Dr. Jonathan Akpan. Okay. Doc, if you are not here and you are listening to us, we want to appreciate you. He's the director at Access International School, Ogun State in Nigeria. So Doc, wherever you are, we want to say that not just the New Africa, but the whole African continent appreciate what you're doing in education. Keep it up. I know Mr. Jito is not in our midst, but I want to say thank you very much, sir. We appreciate all the great work you're doing, and keep it up, not just for Zambia, but for all of us in the African continent and even the global space. I would now love to call upon a special person, somebody who has anchored this event for the past 2 days, a young African leader, somebody who is passionate about seeing the next generation of leaders. This is no other person but our own MC, Jude Dahilo. I want to say a very big thank you to you. I think I have my own private chat with you. I just want to say that when young people like you and I decide to take their space, regardless of how it looks like, and go out there and impact, is beautiful. Keep up the great work. I'd now like to say a special thank you to Dr. Charles Akpokhi. Dr. Charles is not in our midst, but Dr. Charles, we appreciate all you're doing in Nigeria and across Africa. Do we have Andrew Chibuye? Am I right? Forgive me if I didn't pronounce the name well. Andrew is a country senior partner at PwC Zambia. If he's not here, Andrew, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate all the great work you are doing in Zambia and in Africa. Now, do I have Akio Sanga? I think you should be here. Yes. Akio came all the way from China to be part of this great event. And I think he's the one who gave us the beautiful poem yesterday and said he's been thinking about this poem for the past, or he wrote it 2 years ago, and he took the opportunity to actually share his poem with us. So thank you for coming. Keep up the great work in Africa and ensure that you are grooming more younger people across the continent. Thank you very much. Now I would love to call upon Pompey. And Pompey, you know when I call you, you give us one a cappella because I'll not allow you to go and sit down for free. So Pompey and Jaka, if I'm right. Better known as Pompey, yes. So the name is Jaka Nyantando, if I'm right. Better known as Pompey, is an influential Zambian musician, artist, and entrepreneur, renowned for his work in gospel music. So I can see collaboration right here. He does gospel music. He also does a bit of gospel music with his wife, you. Endurance, I know. I've done a bit of research, I know. And then you also do gospel music, so you can see collaboration right there. So that one, I leave it to you to do your thing. But I would like you to say one thing. I think we've seen you for the past 2 days, but I want you to share, just like I asked him, how would we let music, or African music specifically, change the space? Because what I see now, I'm not too old, but I think I'm a bit old. And when I was growing up I'll say in the early 90s, there were some good high lives that I used to enjoy. Now, there are lots of music that I don't really understand. But that is what my son, who's almost 10 years, loves to sing. You know, so how are we going to use music? Because everybody loves music. How are we going to use African music to impact the African continent and to change mindsets of our young ones? Thank you very much.
I think I had an idea, obviously, before, but after these meetings, I remember Pastor Olakunle actually said that the idea should precede you, and I think music has that power. Music has taken, my music has gone to places my feet have never stepped on, so I think I will use that to export our culture and our story.
Thank you so much. So your music has gone before you, and that is the beauty of music. I listen to music, and I don't even know that it is your music. But once we are done, you do an a cappella before you sit down. I'll now love to call upon Mr. Joel Mcho, if I'm right. Forgive me for the pronunciation. Mr. Joel is the Managing Director of Benue State Printing and Publishing Corporation in Makurdi. Is it correct? And Makurdi, a position where he is the leading key revitalization effort in the state's printing industry. So thank you so much, sir, for doing the great job you're doing, and keep up the great work, Mr. Joel. So Dr. Gift will just say a good and thank you message to all of you before you take your seat. Thank you so much.
Another thank you for being a great leader, an exemplary, and one that is worthy to be emulated. You know, someone said something very profound. He said that when we have a lot of mentors, our younger generation will be guided right, and then you are doing what is deserving to emulate. So I want to say thank you, and then Africa, the New Africa magazine, and the whole global space is honored to have you on this soil. Put your hands together for these wonderful people.
One a cappella. I think you agree with me, don't you? Just one a cappella. We have 3 great musicians here. Should I? The microphone is here. Okay, before we started, he actually sang one of the best songs that I love. There comes a time when we hear a certain call that the world must come together as one. So this is the song, We Are the World. And I think we are all here, and we are the global leaders, and we are going out to do great things. So maybe you can do that, or you can do whatever you want to do for us.
Unfortunately, that song is not in... I don't.
It's not in your head.
It's not in my head, unfortunately.
It's not your song. Yes, I know.
Yeah. But hopefully, maybe if the band, I heard them playing a little something. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So a cappella.
Okay.
Okay.
I do, but not. I think you can go ahead and represent the music. Or maybe can I start with something that I've heard the band played, and then, yeah.
Mafunzo kupata, does anybody have an answer? So many views and opinions, nifunongala kona yanga. In the search for the truth, I turn to the news, but it's now propaganda. Elo mutolankani kwene atolankani bana mushingaba. So I am a new kind of hunter. My only weapon is the word, and I'm searching for my purpose before I go under. Due to lack of understanding, programmed and branded to thrive on hunger. Using your brother as a ladder to climb, and it really don't matter. Whatever gets them to the millions faster, I wanna take a drink of that water, so I never thirst from a source that's beyond measure. I wanna have new birth. I wanna tap into that treasure and spread its wealth on earth. Before no cool, I need you. I love you. Play on beat.
See how we are all dancing. So you have such a beautiful song in your head. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now, Michael.
Okay, I was trying to teach you a song, but that might take a bit of time. And just make it simple. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. Come on, everybody sing. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Now just hold somebody's hand. I will sing together. Say, hold somebody. Oh, tell him that you love. I love you. Put your hands together and praise the Lord. Come on, hold somebody. Say, hold somebody. Tell him that you love him. Put your hands together and praise the Lord. One more time. Oh, somebody. Tell him that you love him. Put your hands together and praise the Lord.
Thank you so much, my amazing African Hall of Famers. Look at how beautiful you've made us felt this evening. Thank you so much, and keep up the great work you're doing in Africa. God bless you. Please take your seats. Thank you so much. Please, have we taken our pictures already? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, please. You need to take a good picture. A few more, but I will hold on during the awards. I'll mention it because I can see PK is not around. He's part of them. Dr. Dominic is here, but Dr. Dominic, I will give him a special time when we are doing the awards because he's a special person to the New Africa. So I would give him a special time when it's time. But Dr. Dominic, can you give us a wave? Thank you. Okay. So before I take my seat, I'd like to say that I really appreciate all of you. It's been a great 2 days, and I think it's a time that we've all spent very well. But like I said yesterday, it would have been a waste of my time to fly all the way from Ghana, go through London, and come here. And it will be a great waste of your time if you don't go and implement some of the action plans we've put in place here. So don't let it be a waste of anybody's time. Let's go and be doers of the words that we've all agreed here. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Genevieve, for that wonderful session. Now we'll be listening to the Great Buffalo Band, right? I think I got that well. You are late already, but that's okay. So we'll listen to them as they give us a wonderful performance. Put your hands together for the band.
Come by and be dry. Come by and be dry. Come by. Buffaloes Band, all the way from Zambia Army, and all the way from the northwestern part of Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful song, a beautiful love song, and in this song, there's a very, very, very special dance, all the way from the northwestern part of Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, the Green Buffaloes Band. With the Buffalo Ladies. Thank you.
Wow, the Green Buffalo Pop Band. That was great. Let's give them another round of applause, please. It's good. But I'm trying to see if I can shake like that, but it's not working, eh? Before one part of my body just breaks here. I want to go back to Nigeria safe and sound. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll have another time to entertain us as we eat. So we're going to proceed now to take our dinner. just out there, so take something. So we'll go table by table just for the sake of organization. So I think we'll start from table 1. This is table 1, table 2, table 3. We go like that and like that. So you can play music for us as we proceed to go and take our lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dinner. Thank you. Table 1, please, you can proceed. Table 1, please, you can proceed. Table 1 and 2 can proceed, please. Table 1 and 2, please, can proceed. Thank you. Go ahead with the music, please.
Sounds of Shalamwana, the legend. Yarachaza nikukwata wewe ni yae kwetu wakupingana musere baba vuluka dilulu yarachaza nikukwata wewe ni yae kwetu wakupingana musere baba bema musengerera hatane muchinga chine chibangu cha bushwa kunyupa mbuze munene chanana ya kujua bema musengera hatane muchinga chine chibangu cha bushwa kunyupa mbuze munene chanana ya kujua chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chimuja demu wakansubaye vuluka dilolo yarachaza nikukwata wewe ni yae kwetu wakupingana musere baba vuluka dilolo yarachaza nikukwata wewe ni yae kwetu wakupingana musere baba mamusengerera watane muchinga chine chibangu cha bushwa kunyupa mbuze munene chanana yaikujua mamusengerera watane muchinga chine chibangu cha bushwa kunyupa mbuze munene chanana yaikujua chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye chenda kupa moyo chibamu cha mpupa chindimu chimuja demu wakansubaye to see you like me. There is no way you can deny me. I can see that you are so sad and so quiet. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. I'm sure now you can cry. Your best friend, I'm the one you must rely on. You are always sure of yourself. Now I see you broken and feather. I hope we can patch it up together. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go and it's just believing. You'll be dancing once again in a bedroom rain. You will have no time for breathing. Chiquitita, you and I try, but the sun is in the sky and shining above you. Let me give you simple small like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. So the walls come tumbling down, and your love's there, blown out window. Chiquitita, you and I try, but the sun is in the sky and shining above you. Let me give you simple small like you did before. Sing a new song for Chiquitita. Try once more like you did before. Sing a new song for Chiquitita. Taking you back to the old modern days, ladies and gentlemen, Judy Butcher. You caught my eyes as you walked towards my pathway. I couldn't tell where my eyes would lay. I thought I was dreaming, but you came and wiped my dream away. And now my eyes can see is you. If this is love, my dear, welcome to my world. And let us share the good times together. It's only one world, let's share it together. 'Cause all my eyes can see is you, my dear. I don't know if the sun will shine together, 'cause all my eyes can see is you, my dear. Na 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 shine tomorrow, but I know my eyes never let me down. And I don't need you the future, and I believe my eyes. And I don't care if the sun won't shine anymore. If this is love, my dear, welcome to my world. And let us share the good times together. It's only one word, let's share it together. 'Cause all my eyes can see is you, my dear. Na 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 na
Lobi makamba na lembie le lobi tumba lobi kuswana na baye na boyi ko bebi sosoto na manzaka na lembie wario na lembie wario na baye wario na lembie Mario Navaye Mumbane kutingana kumingo asengi adirishenga na TV Mumbane kutingana kumingo asengi komandanga na TV Babandiko bimana ye Babandiko menga ye myasya Mario abimi mota Akanisi biloko na ngaya Nasuba Nalembie Mario Abaye Mario Nalembie Kende Mario Abaye ya biloba akutakinga na yango ekamomoke mosana kongo mabiloko ya ndaka na sunga nalembi Mario abaye Repotiunga na fokolaka Zoto ego mashame shame Ako bete kana soka Lobi mawana ni ya kase Omi kibi na kopola Yo kibi kaye Mashama Nalembie Mario abaye Mario nalembie Mario abaye Ako petingana suha mama Ako petingana suha Ebayisu ya nakota Ebayisu ya biloma Ako takingana yanga Ikamomoke moshana kopa mabilo ya nama Asama Nane ndiye Mario abaye Nene Mario nane ndiye Mario abaye When I get easier, think of resolution, make a revolution. Yeah. I'm gonna get fever when paradise, drown paradise. Yeah. I got one love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. I've got one love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. I've got one love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. And I can even love paradise when for you again. When I get pleasure, I'll take a resolution, make a revolution. Yeah. When I get even, when I'm paradise, take my life with you, wait for me forever. And I can love you for the rest of my life. Yeah. And I can love you for the rest of my life. And I can love you for the rest of my life. And I can love you for the rest of my life. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. was reached out. And then we were good, the memory of vision we hear. My feet is my only courage. So my intuition when I'm being yours.
Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for them?
Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm enjoying your music. You're doing very, very well. Don't worry. After the church, you will have more time to sing for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I see that we are very, very busy with the middle belt. I mean, we are eating. This is what I mean. So, and I hope that the meal is very, very delicious. So while we are doing that, we want to be calling forward no other person than our guests in the house who have been feeding us a lot with a lot of charge, a lot of kinetics for us to go out there. So we'll be listening in a few minutes, right, before we go into the award proper, the award decoration. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Dr. Olakunle as he comes forward to give us. So this is what Dr. Olakunle will be doing is a call to action to African leaders, a call to action to African leaders, just like a charge to us as we go. Thank you, Dr. Olakunle.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. I'm supposed to do anything with this? Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I'm sure you're having a great time. I saw the legacy of the food. I see good justice has been done. You know, people have had a great. It's been an incredible few days. We've been having very important, critical conversations. I'm just going to continue tonight to speak to the idea about a new Africa and how we have to raise the bar, to challenge ourselves to accept responsibility at the highest level, to solve and confront the most complex issues facing mankind, to believe that part of our destiny is to be able to make contributions at that level, to defeat all the smallness that seems to satisfy us very quickly, to wrestle with our own history and rewrite history. Because there's nothing mysterious about the past. Most people try to change the past, but the only way to affect the past is to make good decisions today. And every new day, well lived or poorly lived, creates a new past. One of the few things in life we can always refill with new experiences is the past. We can't press rewind on history, but we can create new history with new actions, because the things we do today becomes the new past, and in another 3-4 days a new history will be created by the things we did in the last 3-4 days. Most people worry about their past. They worry about it enough to create the system called regret. Of course, you know that it is impossible to suffer any form of depression if you cannot think of the past. You have to be capable of analyzing the past for you to have any form of depression. And the past is guided by hindsight. Hindsight is oppressive because there's no way you can possibly reenact the context of history to effectively judge your actions in it. So once you start looking back at history, part of what happens is that it begins to defeat you, because you will never have enough data, you will never have enough images, you will never have enough thoughts to defend yourself in the face of hindsight. That is why, metaphorically, you have a story like Lot and his wife and the commandment not to look back in the Bible. The idea is that you can't continue to look back and move forward, right? You have to be able to focus on the future, keep moving forward, and let the intelligent actions you are taking today create a new past for you, right? People have gone through a lot. People have been abused, victimized, cheated, betrayed. People have lost a lot, but the past keep bringing those images back. And just like your hard disk, there are documents and files in your hard disk that you don't even know that they are still there. They are still there. It's just that you filed so many new documents away that you can't even remember those other documents again. So there are some problems you don't solve, you just manage them. And like I said to somebody this afternoon, the only thing you can solve in this world is a problem. You can't solve a fact. Facts are not designed to be solved. You solve problems, you accept facts, and work around them. The misery of the human condition is to wrongly interpret a fact as a problem or interpret a problem as a fact. There begins all of our lunacy, all of our depression and struggles, because we try to give elasticity to something that is inelastic. A fact is that you are not tall, short of saying you are short. If you are not tall, it's not a problem, it's a fact. Warren Buffett is 5 feet tall. He still became the world's richest man, right? If somebody has no legs, I know what he cannot do. It is a fact that without legs, you can't win 100 meters at the Olympics without legs. If you don't have hands, you can't be the world heavyweight champion in boxing. But that doesn't mean you cannot be the new enterprise king. It doesn't mean you can't be the world's richest man. The governor of Texas, a state bigger than Nigeria in everything, GDP, anything, but the governor of that state is on wheelchair. He has never walked. He's on wheelchair all day, and he's a politician. He's probably going to become US president one day or some senator on wheelchair. And so possibilities are always available, always within reach, regardless of our state. Therefore, I want to challenge us to understand that we are not living in the African bubble. Technology has flattened everything. We are living in one world. What is true in Nigeria today is that $1 goes for over 1,700 naira. It's a lot of disheartening fact for so many people. But what they are also learning very quickly is that it's one world. It's just one world. We just have to begin to accept the responsibility that whether we like it or not, you can't be looking for one comfort away from the power of the dollar. We have to step up, we have to show up, we have to produce, we have to create, we have to do something. It is the duty of the human spirit to accept responsibility for big projects, big ideas. And the nations who understand this are the ones who grow very fast. But it's not just about doing a lot of big things. It's doing them intelligently. Like I told a lady this afternoon, don't build businesses. Americans at the highest level that you respect, the owners of brands across the globe, they don't build businesses. They build brands. When we are ready to begin to wrestle and begin to compete at the highest level, so to say, we must graduate beyond the pettiness of commerce and begin to think more territorially about scale, about renting a space in the pockets of a particular percentage of people in the world, to consider that you can rent a share of a stomach of people in the world, you can rent a share of a brain. Part of my goal is to rent a share of the brain of 80 million people in the world. That is my goal in life, locked into an ideology that I understand, right? And companies have done this thing all their lives. Individuals have done it. Nations have done it. Think about it. What do you know about Japan? You don't know too much about Japan. Almost 80% of the people who hear about Japan will never go to Japan. They will never go to Tokyo, but they will feel Japan. How do they feel Japan? Honda, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Panasonic, Sony Corporation. They are going to feel all kind of Itachi. We can go on and on about Japan. Almost everybody in this room can name a Japanese brand. The same thing goes for China. The same thing goes for little Korea. Korea alone has Kia, it has Hyundai, it has LG, it has Samsung, Germany, Opel, BMW, Heineken, Saab, Adidas, Mercedes-Benz. You can go on and on. The United States, everybody here will name 2 brands each, and we will not exhaust it. From Facebook to Twitter to Nike to Ford to McDonald's. I mean, you can go on and on. The idea is that the most powerful brands in the world are not just existing, they are the ones with the territorial capacity to produce per capita income, GDP, per capita GNI figures within their continents that impact on the integrity of the geography they live in, essentially called the country that they live in. So Nigeria is not the space called Nigeria. Nigeria is the people who live in Nigeria. Zambia is not just a geography, it's the people who live in Zambia. And the leadership of Zambia, the leadership of Nigeria, or Senegal, or Ghana are not outsourced, neither are they imported. It's human beings who live in those countries who made the decisions that define the reputation capital that they know today. My challenge is simple. Let us equalize experiences, not seek any form of pity in any form. You know, to begin to close this, somebody won an award, a very big award, globally, by a very big organization that I will not bother to mention their name. So they gave this award to this incredible journalist or freedom fighter, whatever her name was, whatever she does, because I don't identify with what she does. But she's always there criticizing, fighting for causes. I've never seen anything she has won. I just know that there's a difference between noise and strategy. Something happened in Nigeria one time. We call it Bring Back Our Girls. It was the exercise of some fools in a jungle who forgot that the world has a global budget that manages it. And technically, they went out and kidnapped girls. It's not that there's anything fantastic about the girls that they kidnapped or that the world cares, but it happened strategically at a point when intelligent budget was being distributed in the world at a level. So the kidnap was not the problem. It's that they kidnapped girls within the particular time. And all of a sudden, Bring Back Our Girls went everywhere. Presidents of nations, actors across the globe, Hollywood stars, Bring Back Our Girls. The moment I saw that, I know the girls are dead, because nobody's going to save these girls, because it has become another movement in the minds of elites who understand the scripts that govern the world. You know, I always say that noise is not a strategy. And the moment Bring Up Our Girls started going viral, and everybody was excited, I was depressed, because I asked myself, this is not the first set of people these people are going to kidnap. They've been kidnapping boys all this time. They've kidnapped men and women. They've kidnapped all kinds of people. All of a sudden, Bring Back Our Girls became a brand. It became so big, it was bigger than End Boko Haram. It became a bigger brand than End Terrorism. And all of a sudden, nobody was trying to end Boko Haram. They were just trying to bring back our girls. Like, so when the girls return, that's the end of terror. When the girls return, everything is solved and everything is perfect. Please don't get me wrong. I love the girls. I just have a helicopter view over the situation. And I'm wondering, this is how people use the pettiness of a case to make a grand entry for themselves and get attention at a level, yet perpetuating the misery that defines that very crisis. So some of the girls were released at some point. Of course, exchanging a lot of money that bought more guns and more weapons for Boko Haram. So you have to ask, so what was the goal of that noise? Right? Because people profited. You have to understand that people profited. People became more popular. People got more budgets. Non-profits were given all kinds of donations. All kinds of things happened on that Bring Back Our Girls platform. And all of a sudden, Boko Haram is still there. Boko Haram is still killing. People are still being kidnapped. And then Bring Back Our Girls has done its purpose and served its essence, and nobody is talking about it, and girls are still being kidnapped. You see, that is the kind of world that we live in. There was a time in Nigeria, some people called me, they said we should come and sign a document, bride no child, or child no bride, or something. The idea was that some guy in Zamfara State was marrying a little kid, and that we have to come and sign 1 million signatures. They called the press, the big event. They called the press, they called everybody to come and sign 1 million signatures. So they give me a call, PK, you have to come so that we can add more. I'm not going anywhere. So why are you not going? I said, where is it in Nigerian constitution that when we sign 1 million signatures, we change any legislation? You guys, you are thinking like America. Are you in America? Do you have that? If we sign 2 billion signatures, our constitution doesn't give any change. So what are you guys doing? You just get excited, of course. The press is going to come there. People will talk about you. They are going to know you are going to get popular. You are going to become the strategy, not these girls that you say you want to change. You see, I see these things every day. Let me tell you, between 2005 and 2008, planes were dropping in my country, Nigeria. Planes were just dropping. People were just being killed, right? All of a sudden, they were doing public holidays, raising flag, half-mast to mourn those who are dead. I'm like, really? How many people died in a domestic flight? Maybe 150 people. These 3 plane accidents happened over like 5 years. So bottom line, 450 people died. And so the whole country will mourn, everybody will feel bad. In the same country, every month, 300 women are going to die. You know what's going to kill them? Childbirth complications. They are going to die of childbirth complications. 300 of them. How many plane crashes is that? 2. Because 1 plane accident is 150 people. Right? This is 2 plane accidents represented by those 300 women. At the end of the year, they are going to be 300 times 12. That is going to be 24 plane accidents. No flag will fly half-mast. No morning will be on TV. Nobody will say anything about those 300 women. You know why? Because it's the death of the poor, the wretched of the earth at the bottom of the triangle. Why will 300 people come and rejoice over, why will 3 plane crash over 5 years be celebrated with holidays and mourning and flag flying half-mast? Because it's the death of the middle class who work for the upper class and the few upper class who are in the plane, period. That's why all of that noise happened. You see, tears should not be wasted. We should be, some people call me for NSAS in Nigeria. I said, I can't be part of it because a cry must have a lifespan. You can't cry forever. So, and you can't slap me and tell me how to cry. So, this drama that is here, we know it. We've seen it before. These guys, a few people will be shot, they'll go back to their homes, they will start writing articles as if they forgot the articles was there before they came out in the first place. People are silly. And if you are not careful, you are branded into that silliness. And you are going to help them to perpetuate this type of nonsense that goes around the world. We need a different type of helicopter view. So let me return to this, my journalist. So this journalist got this award. To win, for an American to win that award, she's probably going to go to war and nearly die. So let's do it mathematically. For an American to win that award, he or she may have to do 20 things to win that award. For an African to win the same award, he probably needs to do only 5 things. You see? He does 5 things. We pride ourselves in the fact that the bar was lowered for us. In the name of anything, we've gone through a lot. Slave trade, colonialism. People should come and give us room, give us space, pity us, support us, help us to be what we are not, what we want to be. Favor is not free. Somebody's always picking up the bill. And the gospel is free. Well, somebody died for it. Don't confuse what is made available for what is free. For every degree of favor that you seek, you lose a level of freedom. There's nothing called favor anywhere in the world. A begging bowl is not a pathway to prosperity of any kind. And for every degree of favor that we seek, consistently we lose a level of freedom. So it doesn't work. You can't have your own standard. The benchmark is equal for all humans. When you respect that, you change the game and come to a higher place. On this higher place, they say, American, to win this award, you have to do 15 things. African, for you to win this award, do 5 things. And then you do 5 things, on the same day they gave you the award. She did 15 things, almost losing her life, they gave her the award. And then they both returned to their country. Except that the American who did 15 things is perpetuating a legacy of excellence for the young people who observe her. Because when they observe her, they say, if we want to win this type of award, we have to do 15 things. We have to raise our game at the highest level to get this award. But for the African to win this award, those who are watching her know that we don't have to do 15 things, we have to do 5 things. In other words, this award we are giving you is our own commitment to perpetuate a legacy of mediocrity in your future. Because the people who follow you are going to promote this standard as the standard to meet. So every time they do what is not enough, they get rewarded for it. So you are being rewarded for mediocrity, and so a legacy of mediocrity is being built for those who are coming after. So your children are going to sincerely walk into a weak legacy that radiates their arrival. They will always be around but not present on the table, because the standard that raised them essentially is faulty. So I reject awards every day. They send me so many because I ask the question, so onto this award, what do we get? People ask us to come and do all kinds of things. I have to now pretend that I'm being awarded when actually I am transacting. So I want to challenge you all, particularly our awardees tonight. The New Africa has tried to keep this as true, necessary, and free as possible. I identify with this idea because I think it's one of the few that are really driven by sacrifice and true benchmark. How do you vote to win an award? How does it even make sense to people? How do you vote? So no matter the work I have done, if for whatever reason I've done more work than Mr. A, and Mr. A has a brother who is an influencer, and they are able to talk about vote for me, he will win the award regardless of what he has done. And so that is what you now want me to pretend that you are giving. We are competing. And this doesn't make sense. This is a bloody rat race. And then we move from person to person, organizing influencers, say, vote for me, vote for me. So once I see those kind of ideas, they will even tell you, you need to tell your people to vote for you. I said, that's a business. Why should they vote for me? Somebody gave me a call and said that they wanted to help me at a place and they need me to, they will give me this award, they will pay for it. I said, no. If you want to give Obama this award, I'm sure you are not going to talk to him. You are going to go and prepare it and bring it to him, because it's work announcing him. If you still need me to call people to vote for me, then my work is not enough. I take it as feedback. I need to go and work harder. If anybody needs my announcement to appeal for votes to get this award, then I've not worked enough. Let me keep working. Keep your award. I will work to a point where you will be begging me to take this award. For now, I've not qualified. So please, the fact that you want me to vote is why I knew that both me and you are not qualified for this award. Both the giver and the recipient, both of us need to work harder. So you can take your award while I go and continue my work. So tonight, please remember what we are trying to do. This is not a Nobel Prize, obviously. This is not the best awards in the city, but this is a credible one. This is a few people who have chosen to begin in their own little way to find sparks of excellence across the continent and say, we see you. It's not Nobel, maybe one day to become like that, but take this as a token, right? So we honor you, we celebrate you, we see you. I remember many times that Dr. Gift we called to say, what do you know in Zambia? Who do you know in Zambia? Who is doing great work in Zambia? I said, well, I know this person, I know this person, look at this person, look at this person, right? And these are the type of efforts that produce this event and a night like this. The person to really thank is Dr. Gift for her resilience and her sacrifice to leave a comfort zone. In case you don't know, she lives in Germany. She's a Nigerian. She has to save and work very hard to make sure that these type of things are happening. And then the leaders who work around her, who are co-travelers, who support this vision, like Dr. Eno, and quite a number of people I will not be able to mention. These are warriors in their own rights, right? Find them. They came from their own comfort zone as well, from the US, from Ghana, Genevieve, good people who just say that we can make a contribution. Nobody's paid nothing. Nobody is given anything. It's just the sheer will that even if no eye can see us, a big eye sees us, is the eye of the future representing God, that somehow it counts. Let that drive you as you receive your award tonight. Let it be within you that people are giving you this award in hope and in expectation that you continue to shine, and that somewhere, somehow, the future will come and your very presence will be the reasons why millions are grateful for the life they know and for the experience that our continent is now creating. You are the new Africa. God bless you and enjoy the night.
Thank you very much once more, Dr. Olakunle. Thank you very much for those words. You know, when he holds the mic, we might sleep here, but you know, you keep wanting to listen. Thank you for those encouraging words. I will now call on Dr. Genevieve Duncan to come and then to take us through the main award itself. Put your hands together for Dr. Genevieve.
Thank you so much. Thank you, PK. I love to call him the iconoclast. Thank you so much, PK. So I have a few more that I would want to mention and acknowledge. Some of them are not present, but they're still watching us. So I have Mr. Benjamin Oyemulan, who is the CEO and co-founder of Platnova Technologies, a fintech company. Wherever you are, Benjamin, we want to say thank you and keep up the great work you're doing for Africa. And then we have Chinedu Dennis Ohare. Please forgive me if I didn't mention the name right. Director, Choices Empire Limited, National Consultant, Yams and Chibes, Zambia. Please, are you with us here? Oh, you're with us. Great, 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 great. Please join me on stage. Please take it. Thank you so much for the great work you're doing, Dennis. And then also in absentia, Dr. Susan Nalongo Kaswavu. The names are quite a mouthful. Please forgive me if I don't mention them right. She's a Ugandan-born philanthropist and community leader recognized for her impactful work in supporting Ugandan communities abroad and fostering development initiatives. Thank you so much, Doc, and keep up the great work you're doing for Africa. We appreciate you. Now, I'd love to call on someone I mentioned earlier, and I said, I am waiting for a time such as this to call him. So Dr. Dominic Odro from Ghana, as the president, Ghana Indian Trade Advisory Chamber. I'm not going to read the whole profile, but what I want to say is that Dominic has been very instrumental in this journey. And I know that there is so much more ahead of all of us as Africans. And I'd like to say a very big thank you on behalf of Gift, Barrister Eno, and all of us. Thank you so much for the great work you did in Ghana and you continue to do for the New Africa. Please take the stage as well. And I have Mr. Jordan Soti. He's not in, all right, great. So please join me here. So Mr. Jordan Soti serves as the Chief Executive Officer of Dequat Resources Limited. Thank you so much, sir, for the great job you're doing. We appreciate you, and please join us. Okay, before I go ahead, I want to say something quick, So last year when we met in Ghana, I remember there were a few conversations, and like we've all agreed, it would be a waste of everybody's time if we just come and listen and take no action. One of such actions, if you have the magazine, kindly go to, I think, page 55 for me, if you have the magazine in front of you. Okay, please, are you there? Page 55. So page 55 is here. Please, who has opened the page 55? Please, what do you see on page 55? What do you see? The Edge Community Bank. Okay, so this is what I want to say. PK said it loud and clear. We can all have great ideas, but the only way we can get these ideas materialized is to take an action. So many years ago, I remember I had a dream. And when we met last year in Ghana, I actually mentioned that on my panel, that I believe that we get a lot from diaspora, like you said, but I don't think it's enough. And what can we do? We have to create our own ecosystem as Africans. And out of that, I spoke about the fact that I am very passionate about supporting women in business. Not just women, but my focus is more on 65% of women. And then the rest of the money can go to the men. Because the whole point is that I want women to be financially empowered to support the men so that we have a beautiful world. That is what I said. And we had a few discussions. And you encouraged me. Farouk encouraged me. We had various discussions. And I said what I want to see is like a crowdfunding concept. But don't give me free money. I don't like free things. Invest in African businesses. A lot of people stay in Europe, America, and all that. And they have money in their account. The money does not work for them. But this is the time we need to get our monies to work for us. So as a testimony, out of New Africa last year conversation, Genevieve's idea has materialized. So what idea do you have? How are you going to leverage on this great network we have here and make sure that your idea materializes? So the scan is there. There is a QR code. I believe in technology. I was telling the gentleman over there, I've forgotten your name, please. Help me. So I was telling him that I'm not really technologically savvy, but I'm still learning because we are in a new world where technology is everything. So with a scan down there, no matter where you find yourself in the world, you can join the Edge Community Bank and you can help us impact more communities. So PK, I want to say thank you that the vision is great, is big, but you cannot do it all by yourself. You need to pull other people along. And then once they believe in the vision, we will make Africa a beautiful place. Thank you so much. So please, whatever dream you had or you have from this conference, let it work. That is the message I have for you. Before we go ahead, there is this book here, and that's why I was waiting to call you at the right time, because you're going to help me, Dominic, to launch this book quickly. So this is somebody's idea. Somebody has birthed another idea out of all the great experiences that she's gone through in life. So tonight, as part of celebrating great leaders across the African continent, I want to just read a synopsis. It says, Daniela is on a quest to reclaim her life after a devastating experience. With love gone sour, as she struggles to raise 2 young children alone, the weight of her past looms large, threatening to derail her dreams. While simultaneously juggling multiple jobs, her education, and the demands of single motherhood, Daniela's resilience is tested at every turn. Just when she begins to find the balance, an unexpected encounter with a mysterious stranger offers a glimmer of hope. But can she trust him? As Daniela navigates her journey towards stability and the pursuit of her aspirations, she faces decisions that could change everything. Will she embrace the support offered to her, or will she let her past hold her back? I stopped here because I think allowing our past to hold us back is something PK spoke about. And I think the only way we can make this life a better place is to, yes, remember that we have some bad past experiences, but move forward and be more productive and progressive. I don't know if Barrister Eno is in our midst, wherever she is. If she's here, Barrister Eno, we are launching your book officially. The book has already been sold for the past 2 days. But I think I am an author of 2 books and also a co-author of 3 books with so many people across the globe. I want to use this opportunity to say that this is a beautiful book. I have read a bit of it, but that is not where my focus is. My focus is on believing in somebody's journey and supporting it. So kindly get a copy of this book outside, or you can contact Barrister Eno. So this book is duly launched, Reset. What to do when you don't know what to do. Please let's give her a round of applause. Now I take the pleasure to officially read a profile. I think he's spoken to us for the past 2 days, but I want you to know who PK actually is. Dr. Olakunle Sorinya, aka PK, aka the iconoclast. Often referred as PK, yes, is a prominent Nigerian thought leader, author, and a motivational speaker. That's what it says here. But I would say an inspirational speaker. Renowned for his innovative approach to personal development and social change. He is the founder of the Olakunle Sorinya Universe, a community dedicated to fostering leadership, personal growth, and societal impact through transformative ideas and practices. His work emphasizes the importance of creating environments that enable individuals and communities to thrive by embracing change and pursuing excellence. PK has gained significant recognition for his engaging speaking style and ability to inspire audiences across various platforms. And I think you all agree with me, the experience you've had for the past 2 days. He hosts events like the Burn Now,
Sorry, 1, 2.
His sessions often feature thought-provoking topics that challenge conversational thinking and encourage attendees to redefine their personal and professional goals. In addition to his speaking engagements, PK is also an accomplished author. His book, The PK Book of Life, please get a copy, The PK Book of Life, reflects his philosophy on personal and collective empowerment. Through his work, he aims to create a legacy of transformative leadership, encouraging young people to take charge of their lives and contribute positively to society. With a round of applause, please let's welcome PK to the red carpet. Thank you very much, PK. Okay, I think he's also wherever you are, I want to say a very big thank you for the great work you're doing. Continue the hard work and make all of us proud as Africans. There is someone we call Ghana Must Go. He was supposed to be with us. He's a comedian in Nigeria, but unfortunately could not make it. So Ghana Must Go. I met him 3 years ago in Dubai. And when I heard Ghana Must Go, I laughed because I'm a Ghanaian. So I asked, why do you call yourself Ghana Must Go? The story will be for another day. So Peter Obundu, we want to say thank you for the great work you are doing through comedy and impacting the African space. We appreciate you greatly. On this note, I'd like to call Gift to, because I'm done with my last set. My last set does not have any woman in the Met. So thank you so much for the great work you're doing, gentlemen. We appreciate you so much.
I think he has said it all. This stage is for the African Leaders Hall of Fame, and okay, it's just a little way of recognizing what you are doing and appreciating your effort towards the building of the new African reality we all hope for. Today we're going to be okay. So, few minutes from now, the proper award will begin. Yes. So, but to present you to the public and people to see that yes, you have done well and well done. Put your hands together for well done.
Susan and Barrister, if you can join in the picture taking. Thank you. Together, I believe we can all create the new Africa we want. Thank you so much once again. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
So we now get into the business of the award. And to do that, we need us to come here. To present this award today, we want to call on Her Excellency to come up to the stage. Please put your hands together as she comes to the stage.
So, Dr. Genevieve, you have to stand by. Dr. Genevieve, you have to stand by just in case. Thank you. All right. The first award and the presentation will be done to Jordan Sauti. Mr. Jordan Sauti. Put your hands together for as he comes forward. Certificate of induction. So the next person we are presenting this award to is Mr. Julius Zambo. Put your hands together for Mr. Julius Zambo. Julius Zambo. Okay. The next person on our list is Mr. Joel Tahemen Mitso. I hope I got that name correctly. Let's put hands together for him, Mr. Joel. Next on our list is Rear Admiral Sunday Daniel. Sunday Daniel, Rear Admiral Sunday Daniel. Please, can we encourage them by putting our hands together for them? Is this the word? The last name is Otakpa. I think Otakpa. Okay, I hope I pronounced it well. Okay, let's do it. The next person on our list is Lady Norena Chiteba. The next on our list is Dr. Charles Kwamena Akon. Put your hands together for Dr. Charles Kwamena Akon. Now, this is not encouraging. Put your hands together for him. Next on our list is Madam Charity Lukemba Chikumbi. The next on our list is Her Excellency Dr. Justina Mutale. Do we want to encourage her as she comes forward for her award? Thank you very much. We'll have to leave the stage now for others to come. Pictures, take the pictures. Yeah. Let's put our hands together for them as they come on the stage, please. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Celebrate them as they go down the stage. Congratulations to you all. Congrats. All right, so we'll go to the next set. The next person on our list is Mr. Endurance Agro. Put your hands together for Mr. Endurance. Yes, give us something very lively. Yes. Thank you very much. And the next is Mr. Roxanne Afetstrong. Put your hands together for Mr. Roxanne Afetstrong. Is Mrs. Chinwe MC Adeleka. Put your hands together for her. It will interest you to know that she was my boss when I was serving in 2015 in Nigeria. Today I'm honored to be calling her to receive her award today. Once more, put your hands together for her, please. The next on our list is Mr. Gerald Aliondo. I hope I got that name correctly. Mr. Gerald Aliondo. It's another honor to be calling the next person, or the person that Dr. Olakunle is. Sorry, put your hands together for Dr. Olakunle. Next on our list is Mr. Chinedu Dennis. Mr. Chinedu Dennis. Put your hands together for Mr. Chinedu Dennis, please. You know, when you celebrate others, your celebration is just by the corner. Don't you know? Next on our list is Mr. Akio Sanga. Akio Sanga. It's also an honor to also call our own Bishop Bruce CD. request Dr. PK has said you should join him in the presentation, please. Put your hands together for Bishop Bruce. The next awardee is Dr. Dominic Aduro Atwi. On our list is Michael Ekundayo. Mr. Michael Ekundayo. Next, High Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel. Put your hands together for Dr. Mrs. Martha. Those who just received this badge, please can you come back to the stage for your pictures, for your group picture, please? Okay? You can just come back through this way. Those who just received Nyadando Pompey, put your hands together for him as he comes for his award. Those who just collected the award recently, please can you come on stage for your group photograph, please? Thank you. If you know Dr. Olakunle presented to you, please come that way. You can go that way, please. So that go that way to the stage. Go that way to the stage, please. For the group photograph. Group photograph. Those who just received the award. If you know Dr. Olakunle gave you an award, please come to the stage.
Please, can we have Dr. Genevieve on the spot?
Jude Isaac Diha. Jude, well done and congratulations. So tonight we are celebrating African leaders. We are rating ourselves. Everyone here is a great African leader. If it's not your turn today, tomorrow will be your turn. So as you celebrate others, you shall surely be celebrated soon. Thank you. Applause to all of us.